Plastic impacts us in so many ways. It's the water, it's in the food that we eat, um, it's in the air that we breathe. Because of plastic and the non segregation of waste, especially living in Goa, that I've seen that people are burning plastic everywhere. It's polluting the air. This plastic residue gets back into the water, gets back into the wells, in the underground water, and we are drinking it again. It's in the fish, microplastics. And it's about time we start realizing we can do much better than this. We can have alternatives which are more organic and nature friendly, biodegradable, of course. If we can start minimizing our own use of plastic, we can make a difference. I really don't know what is good about plastic. It took me a long time to find an answer for that, and I still really haven't found an answer. What is good about it? It is just a byproduct of petroleum refining, and it is there. We've created an industry. The petroleum industry and the plastic industry have coexisted. It's because of the petroleum industry we have plastics, and that's how good or bad it is. And it's a thing I think we can avoid. I think when we realize that everything is so connected, we can live without the use of these kind of fuels that we have been burning, the petroleum and the diesel. We can do without it. There are natural sources of energy which have been suppressed by the mainstream, by the petrol companies and the oil lobby, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, what is good about plastic? Plastic is there. It's just I don't know what is good about it. What's bad about it? A lot of things. It is non-biodegradable, but of course there is something about plastic. Again, we need to understand that it's created from nature in some way. This oil is also like Mother Earth's blood, and since it's coming from the earth, in a certain way, it is natural. And there is a fungus. There are things Mother Nature would obviously create. Like in Amazon, they found a fungus which can eat plastic. Yeah, so Mother Nature has a way to find a balance. She will create solutions to the problem. Since there is already existent plastic in the market and there is a market for plastics, there is a consumer driven society which lives off groceries and items bought off supermarket shelves, which are all packed in plastic. So there has to be a way to recycle this plastic and make it into something more eco-friendly, something which is biodegradable perhaps. And I'm sure there is technology out there I'm not really aware of completely. Uh, but there are alternatives as well as hemp-based plastic available. And I heard that there's something happening in Goa on that front. They are planning to research some technology in Europe. They have a team of people who have gone there. There's a team who is studying how to recycle garbage. So I'm sure the plastic recycling process and the understanding, the science behind it is already there. It's just a matter of time that more people will know about this and will start segregating their waste. So since we have already a lot of plastics around in the market, in our homes, in the things that we buy, there is no way to uh, completely disassociate yourself from plastics in some way. But it's possible to segregate the wet and the dry waste that we have in our homes. It's as simple as understanding that all the wet organic waste like the fruit peels, the vegetable peels, the leftover food perhaps which is uh, not gonna be consumed by us has to be thrown out and disposed in the earth. Either you have a compost pit made or you just throw it out in the bushes, perhaps in your backyard. Eventually, it will disintegrate and it will go back into the earth. However, mixing that with the plastics and the papers doesn't really help, because all these essential minerals in the food stuff go or need to go back into the soil. And in this way, if we are composting, it would be a nice way to keep that manure to grow your own veggies at home. So you are living more sustainably, where you are feeding off the earth and then you are giving the earth back what it gives you. And there's this process. There's a beautiful symbiotic relationship with the earth that we have. So, how are we being a part of the solution rather than being part of the problem, which is evident, it's present, it's like a necessary evil which we have to live with. But there is a way, there is a solution to this, and it is being more aware of how you can minimize your plastic use, especially all the single use plastics, the water bottles especially, which a lot of us traveling around, you can see plastic all around. And if you can see these wrappers from the snacks that we consume thrown around, the single use plastics are the major cause of a problem. There are like plastic toothbrushes and stuff. You have alternatives, like you have bamboo toothbrushes now, and you have ancient ways. You have the neem datun, as they know it, as they call it. You have so many options. I mean, if you start living more organic, more friendly with nature, I think the earth will give us more of its gifts and blessings, and we will have less of illness, sickness. We'll have more food available. This is how mankind, is like supposed to be living, when we are in harmony with the natural way of life. So I think if we are aware of how much plastic that we use, and if we can minimize that use, be more conscious of using maybe cloth bags or paper bags, and avoiding um, burning plastic, of course. Disposing of the plastic is also very important. The garbage segregation and disposing of your plastics at a proper spot, where it's taken to a place where it would be recycled into chairs or perhaps a swing for children to play. The plastic can be made into something productive on land, perhaps, but we need to start using less of plastic in our lives. That's the only solution to this problem. Cleaning up the mess is more of a resolution. If we start taking the problem out from the root, if we stop putting in more plastic in there, there would be no cleaning required. So all these things that are sold out to us, the Maaza and the Coca-Colas and the Kurkures, I think need to be stopped individually. If you stop buying, they will stop making it eventually, or they'll be more conscious of the way they are making it. There would be biodegradable bags, perhaps. I'm sure there are options available. It's just that business drives our intentions, and unfortunately at the cost of our health, which is not really happening. We need to decide for once, is business more important, or is the human health more important? It is finally karma. What we are giving earth back is what the earth is giving back to us. So if we understand that cycle, we will be more conscious of our plastic use for sure. And so many other things in life, like how we are towards animals, for instance.